the Trailblazer, Kevin Holland. He makes his return on short form after breaking his hand against Wonderboy against the Argentine dagger, man, Santiago Ponzinibbio. And I had to mention that to start off because that actually does worry me about this, man. I like Kevin Holland here. I think he's too big. I think he's too long. And I think he's too powerful for Santiago Ponzinibbio, who is a legitimate welterweight. And Kevin Holland has been able to compete at 185, no problem. But that hand, is this enough time? What was it, like 5 months or something like that? It's like a similar time frame, like 5 months to heal a broken hand. Like, are you confident in that moneymaker of Kevin Holland, which I believe it was his right hand?
That's what I was about to ask, Derek. Which hand was it? Do you know? Because no, 5 months, not at all, man. I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of elbows, a lot of just funky stuff coming out of the camp. Not a lot of big right hand shots if it is the right hand. I wouldn't be confident at all. I mean, even if you got a couple plates in there, a couple bolts, screws, whatever the case is, you're still going to have a little bit of feeling out process. Luckily enough, I do think the range of Kevin Holland is going to come into play here against a Santiago Ponzinibbio who does like to blitz forward. But Kevin Holland is really good about stepping off on that corner and then hitting you with those counter shots. And he has a solid left hand. So whether it is his right or his left, I feel like he has strength in both. But we'll see, man. How many elbows do you think we're going to see, Derek? Are you confident in the hand surgery?
Well, I'm confident in Kevin Holland. Always throws a bunch of wacky kung fu, you know what I mean? Mix them up. Just like random shots that it's just like a spinning down or like a hammer fist vertical down, you know, just like weird wacky shots that hurt and they hurt his opponent. But this is the one disclaimer you always have to have that we have found out, being Kevin Holland fans and betting on the man, is that you never really know what you're going to get. It's really tough because there's constantly these pre-fight backstage altercations, right? Like we had one with Masvidal already, and then it's like, damn, did they get into a fight? Is he going to get his opponent switched? Is he going to get pulled from the fight? What's happening? Is he focused on this fight? But you have to compare all of that with Santiago Ponzinibbio, man. His last couple of fights, win or loss, they're all hard fights. None of these are easy for him. We're talking about Alex Morono, which he won, right? Excuse me, let me hit the little cough button real fast. Or actually, it passed. I'm good. Sorry about that, folks. I almost pulled an AJ right there. No, I'm just joking with you. Just joking with you, man. Listen, that win against Alex Morono, that was a hard-fought victory. Morono was winning until he wasn't, right? A loss against Michel Paeta, another hard-fought victory. Loss against Jeff Neal, another hard-fought, I mean, you know what I mean? Loss, I guess I should say. Losses on those ones. And even his win against Miguel Baeza. That was hard, bro. Kevin Holland is not going to make this easy. 6'3". They say Ponzinibbio is 6 foot. That's a goddamn lie. You know that's not true. If we're looking at the reach, 81-inch reach for Holland, 73-inch reach for Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio has to close the distance. My question, does Ponzinibbio say, I'm jumping on the Marvin Vettori train, I'm jumping on the Blonde Brunson train, I'm wrestling this man, you know what I mean? Let's take him on his back. Let's see what happened. Is that in the equation?
I don't think so for the Argentinian dagger, man. This dude, if you've ever met an Argentinian person, you know how scrappy they are. And Santiago Ponzinibbio is of the same mold, man. It runs in their blood. I think this dude is going to be swinging for the head. Kevin Holland needs to be, ducking and moving the whole time because Santiago Ponzinibbio will be advancing forward. Now, going back to what you're saying, why I think this is a real hard fight for Ponzinibbio is the fact that all those losses he's had have been against rangy guys, man. Even the win against Baeza, he did do really well there. But I think Kevin Holland is a little more elusive than Baeza, a little more harder to grab than a couple of the fighters. That's where the problem comes into play. But for Ponzinibbio, on the other hand, man, the pressure that we've seen, the kind of stoutness that he presents, the power, I think it could make for an interesting intermingling in the clinch, when these guys are in the dirty boxing range. I think that's where Santiago Ponzinibbio can shine. We'll see, because you got to watch out for those funky elbows in that mix too, man. Kevin Holland is dangerous, but don't count Ponzinibbio out on this fight either.
Yeah, don't count him out. Watch for the knees, too. Watch for all of the long, rangy instruments that Kevin Holland has at his disposal. And I don't have too much else to say on this one other than I just think size matters. And in this one, size is not on the favor of Santiago Ponzinibbio. If they were the same size, I would have a different discussion about this fight. But give me Kevin Holland. And I think that of his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights, Stephen Thompson, Chimaev, Tim Means, Oliveira, Dawkins, this is probably his best shot at earning a TKO victory right here. Give me Kevin Holland. Give me a TKO. And I see this one, man, either late first round or early second round. How do you see it?
Yeah, TKO, man. It seems to be the way, especially sometimes Kevin Holland, like you said, Derek, it's hard being a Kevin Holland fan because you never know how he's going to show up. I feel like this is one of the times where he's going to get that TKO. Maybe not. He had the background with, or the backstage, dust up with Masvidal. But either way, I'm going Kevin Holland. Give me the TKO. Give me a round 3 TKO, though. I think we're going to see a little calculation here. But either way, TKO, round 3, Kevin Holland.
All right. There you have it, folks.